hand in hand with God in order to make it to heaven. You know, there's that thing. When you take one step, God is always taking two steps. You know, and with the leading of the Lord and guidance from our pastor, you know, you cannot fail in this everyday journey. You cannot fail. You will succeed. You know, in life, you're going to have your trials and your tribulations. You know, we all go through that. You know, but as long as we hold on to God's hand, we will not fail. First thing about, you know, my mother says, when we say hold on to God's hand, you will not fail. That's like, was that Peter in the boat, when the boat sank? As long as he kept his eyes on God, he was fine. He could walk on the water. You know, in our trials and tribulations, you know, there are some times when we really, truly have to keep our eyes directly on God. Because the minute you look to the left or look to the right, you will begin to sink. You know, maybe I didn't say it right, but you know, that's all.
What I want to connect to just for a moment is that use the word fail. And Enoch did not want to fail God. Believe it or not, God has confidence in each and every one of us. Each and every one of us. He has confidence in each and every one of us. And we just got to believe who God says we are. Hold on, exactly. Who God says we are. And not want to displease him or fail him. We want to make him, again, be the light of our life, our lifestyle, how we carry ourselves, and all those elements that please him and make him happy. There's a song that you used to sing years ago, Holy One, I never want to let you down. Oh no. Yeah, yes sir.
I don't, just listening on where it say, I don't know how it's going to sound to you, but it's, I get it as when God created us, he created us in his image.
Yes.
And there were certain things that God wanted man to do. But man failed when in the garden, when
yes.
Adam and Eve brought the sin in. Okay. Could you say that Enoch lived the life so pleasing to God that he didn't want him to mess up, and he just went ahead and took him up?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because he done everything. He had a diligence. He didn't have no
temptations.
No, he didn't have no stop in him. He didn't have no quit in him.
Yes, yes. And if you look at it, even those two verses of scripture we read, you don't see anything in there where it had any quit in him, any stop in him. Watch this. And any discouragement in him.
No backup spirit?
No.
Nothing.
No. None of that. So everything, you said, were you through?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay. Everything he did was, if you look at it, was all positive. There was no negativity in these few verses of scripture. No negativity at all in Enoch's mindset. He just wanted to please God. And there was no backup, no stop, no quit, no discouragement. None of that stuff that comes with us. Is what? No. You're like you. I said right like that.
Not invisible, invincible.
No.
Can't be stopped.
No, he didn't want to. You got a mindset. He could be if he wanted to, but it was not his nature.
But that's what I was trying to say. He couldn't be stopped because he didn't want to be stopped.
He couldn't because he didn't want to. I'll say it like that. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
And she's saying invincible. invincible. Is that what
What
you're
does
saying?
invincible mean? I thought it means not to, can't be stopped. Nothing can stop you.
And I still got your hand, I see that. And I saw you too.
Is that what it means?
I don't want to use that word with Enoch.
Okay.
When I look at that word invincible, I'm looking at something secular. This is secular. I mean, in the natural. This was all spiritual. This was all spiritual. So I want to look at it in the spirit realm, where this is what I want to do, this is what I want to be. I don't want to do this, I don't want to be that, I don't want this to hinder me, I don't want that to hinder me. And if you look at something, I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you. If you look at it, notice this. As I'm saying this, notice who he hung around with. What does it say? It doesn't say that.
God.
Watch this. Come here, nice, Mr. Knight. If I want to be what I say I'm going to be, and be unstoppable, my mindset, no quit, no discouragement, I cannot hang around someone who is discontent with God, who says I'm going to stop serving God, I don't care no more, and all that stuff. If I hang around her who has this mindset, you don't really, but I'm just using them, but has this kind of mindset, this stuff will rub off on me. And then I will, what I've said, I'm not going to stop saying that. I'm not going to stop, I'm going to quit. But if I hang around her long enough, that spirit of discouragement, that spirit of quit will rub off on me, and then what I said I wouldn't do, I'll find myself doing it.
Yes, yes. That's right.
So I can't, and she's my sister. Let me use this example. She's my sister. She's my baby sister. Love her. We have good conversations. Good conversation. But I can't, if she goes that direction from where I'm trying to get with God and where I'm trying to be with God and where I'm trying to stay with God and I'm trying to grow with God day to day, I can't hang her. I love you, baby. But I can't hang with you. Watch this. Because you're not going where I'm going. You're not thinking where I'm thinking. Your attitude's not where I'm at. Love you. But I can't do it. Because if I hang around her long enough, my whole mindset's going to be like hers. And then I can't be, watch this, and then I can't be translated. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I saw your hand too. Go back to you. Now you forget. I'm going to you. Now you forget.
I'm just going to say that I believe, it's just a thought that I had. Mm-hmm. Could you say, or would you say that the life that Enoch lived was an example to us, to let us know that it is possible, that we can live this thing on Bible order, like we're supposed to? It's not impossible. It's not out of our reach. And now that we have the Comforter, it should be a little bit more easier than it was for Enoch.
Yes, I agree. Totally, 100% I agree. Yes, sir. Good point. Yes. Mr. Smith.
One of the descriptions of Enoch was perfect, and in the Bible, perfect means mature, not perfect like we think it is, because that's really impossible. One of the translations of perfect is mature. Mm-hmm. So we want to say that Enoch made a lot of, and going along with what you said, Enoch made a lot of mature decisions in his walking relationship with God that caused God to be so pleased with him. Because once we become mature, we won't hang around the wrong people. We'll make better choices. So he made a lot of good choices because he was a human, a man, a human like woman, a human like the rest of us. So he had the ability to do different, but he was mature enough that he made good choices in his life that made God so pleased.
You notice something? Notice something that you just said. Because when you have, go back to what you said initially, when you have the relationship with God, God's going to allow you to make the mature decisions that please Him.
Do we want to say God to allow us to, or that because He gives us all a free choice?
When I look at the word allow,
what do you mean?
When I look at the word allow, He don't have to do it. But if we allow Him, if we choose to let Him, and use that word, if we choose to let Him, it will happen. Yeah.
Which kind of what Brother AC was saying, it goes along with the Jeremiah, that I know the plans I have for you. He said the plans are good.
Yes.
And so if He allows it, we allow both.
Yes.
It's a relationship means both, not even with God, it still means both of us. You know?
Yeah, it's a two-way thing.
Because He has responsibility to us and we have responsibility to Him. I mean, we think because He's God, He doesn't, but He has responsibility to keep His promise in His word that He gave us.
Yes.
And so He's already told us that I've got the plans and they're good, but you got to do it my way in order for it to turn out like
Absolutely. 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 And going back to what Mr. Burns said, on Bible order.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on Bible order. Yeah.
And so
yeah.
yes, it was definitely an example to show us, you know,
yes.
everybody in the Bible, every
yes.
event.
Even the bad.
What to show us what to do and not to do. Exactly.
Yes, yes. Yes, exactly. Sister Teresa.
That's okay. It's going to get back to walk.
Right, as long as it's still related to what we're talking about. Go ahead.
I just found here where, just breaking down a little bit more about the walking a little bit. Okay, it was saying, it means that it's a constant, it was His constant care and His work, whatever, as far as Enoch. And it says, while others lived to themselves in the world, he lived to God, and it was the joy of his life. And as he did not, it said, live like the rest of mankind. So he did not, that's the reason why he did not leave the world by death, because he was totally different from the rest of mankind. It's just basically, it says, in all things he pleased God, and then nothing to offend Him. He acted as if he was always up under the eye of God. God's eye was always watching everything he did. That's why he was the way he was.
Yes.
He knew he couldn't get out anyway, and not that he was probably trying to get out anyway, but he knew he was under the watchful eye of God.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good point. Good point. That's another thing to keep in mind. God is watching. Everything, sees everything we do and say. He sees all of it. That watchful eye. And I like what you said. She gave even more detailed explanation of his walk. A greater detail of his walk. Let me add to the word faith. That word faith, I really forgot just you said that. That word faith is not only so much a belief or confidence in God, but it also means steadfastness. His faith was so steadfast in God that it would not, going back to what Evangelist Ross said, it did not waver. It didn't go up and then come down. It stayed, it kept going up. It kept going up. He was steadfast because he had that relationship, and he was just not like everybody else. He wanted, desired, had a passion to want, to believe God, steadfastness, and love God, and all those great elements that made him who he was.
We were saying earlier that he had a testimony, and it suddenly reminded me, I think I was about 14 or 15, and Sister Bowman gave a testimony. She was not here, but sitting right there in the other church, and she said, I'm not going to stand here and tell you all that I'm saved and sanctified for the Holy Ghost. Just watch how I live, which was Enoch's testimony. It wasn't what he said about himself, it was how he lived.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Because our greatest testimony is not what comes out of here. It's how we live. It's how we walk. That's our greatest testimony. That's our greatest testimony. Because I was talking about, I think Sunday, my mother was preaching a sermon years ago, said the only Bible that people read is going to be us. It's going to be us. It's going to be us. Yeah, it's going to be us. Yes, sir.
It's amazing that she said this because on yesterday evening with Dalton, we were explaining to Dalton. My mother explained to Dalton, she said, Dalton, I am not your friend. I am your grandmother. And so I expect certain things from you. Because he said something up under his breath while we were talking. You know, she said, now, do you understand what I'm saying? And he said, yes, and walked on off. We said, what did you say? You know, and so that was a teachable moment when she addressed that situation. That's when she said, now it's your turn. I'm the grandmother, but you're the father. You need to say it right. And so we took him by the side, and I said, Dalton, I said, there's a couple of things. God, as we said earlier, has a mark on your life. You've been in the church from the time you were born. And God has used you in different aspects of the church from a child up to now. You know, you have the personality. You have the charisma. You have the look. You look good. You think you're all of that. You know, I said, so we'll let you think you're all of that right now. You know, and I said, but God has chosen you. God has a special calling on your life. I said, as your father, I can't tell you where you're supposed to be at. You have to talk to God. You have to get an understanding. You know, and one of the things that we've started doing is instead of saying, what's the prayer he does at nighttime? One of these old prayers that, you know, kids have been saying for years and years. Yeah, now let me down to sleep. And then he goes into, well, both of the twins say, then I ask you to bless Granny, Uncle, TC, and so forth, and so forth, and so forth, and so forth. And you know, and I told him, I said, well, you guys are 11. I said, and we have taught you guys how to pray and how to seek God. When there's a problem at school, y'all come home, we talk about it. You go in the room, I say, go pray. And you guys say, Granny gonna pray. No, forget Granny. You've got to pray. You know, Granny's gonna pray with you, but you've got to be able to get that prayer to God yourself, because you are the one that want to have that closer walk with God. In the end, and I told him, I said, as you get older and you become a younger man, I said, when people see you and you are walking with God, and you're holding God's hand, you know, of course, boys, you know, and I told him, I said, no, we don't mean it like that. I said, this is you're trying to make it to heaven, you know. I said, God is leading you and he's guiding you. So as you're walking with God, remember, God has a mark on your life. He's already called you to do something in the church, within the church. And you have to be obedient. You have to listen to God, you know, as to where he wants to lead you and guide you. Make sure you get an understanding. And his next question was, well, how do I figure that out? You know, I told him, I said, all saints in churches, they have their own way of receiving that signs, miracles, and wonders from God. You know, me, I might hear from God a lot. You know, I was still talking to somebody today before. I said, but I almost got to see the writing on the wall in order for me to believe it. I've got to make sure that God has said it. And I explained to him, as you get older, you know, God will direct you. I said, you ask God to order your steps, walk with God, lean and depend on God, and you will see as you are walking with God, sometimes life will get easier for you, you know, and your the saints around you will be able to shield you from some of the things that you're about to go through because they've already been through that. My mother made me proud because my mother said, son, I think you did a good job. You know, I said, yeah, you know, I guess I learned from the best, you know. But I tell the twins, walk with God, learn how to pray, you know. Now lay me down to sleep, now it's not going to cut it anymore, you're 11. You know, you need to start saying a real prayer. You know, Father God, in the name of Jesus, you know, I come to you right now. You know, my grades are lacking, and I know my dad is going to get me. Please give me the strength, knowledge, and understanding. You know, I tell them, come on, it's time to get with you. You're grown and becoming young teenagers, and you know you need to know how to pray and know how to seek God's face, because Father is not going to always be around. Brain is not going to always be around. And you can do it on your own. Life is a whole lot easier.
Yeah, exactly. Anybody else? I'm going to close with this little part I have here. To walk with God